In the world we live in, there's so much emphasis on external, external, external. What does things look like? Securing the bag. How are people viewing me? How can I get to the next level? How can I level up? It's so external. When we are forced to be in the home, when we are forced into the fourth house energy, we are forced to go within. Hey everyone, thanks for coming back to my channel, Stay Forever True. So I want to talk about the energies right now. I want to more so put it to my take on it as far as astrology. So I am a studier of astrology of the stars, and I just been really heavily thinking about how this affects people based on their rising sign. So I do have a video talking about astrology and going into depth about it. So go check that out. I'll link it up below and down below as well. This is the year 2020, as we know. And then when you break down 2020, that goes to number 4. So 2 plus 2 equals 4 in numerology. This is the 4 year. And 4 in astrology correlates to the 4th house of astrology, which correlates to the sign of Cancer. I am a sun sign Cancer. So also the 4th house has everything to do with your actual physical home. So I think that is like whoosh, crazy that this is the 4th year. This is the year of 4. Oh, yeah. Was that a song? And we're all in our homes. The 4th house is the home, Cancer. So I think collectively we all have to tap into Cancer energy. So what does that mean? What is Cancer energy? What is the 4th house? So the 4th house deals with your physical home. It deals with your past, your ancestry, your childhood, specifically childhood traumas, as well as your mother and your relationship with your mother and mother-like figures. Speaking of mother, my little baby walks into the room. Did you need anything?
Yeah.
What you need?
Pen.
Okay. I'll be back. I gotta be somebody's mama. So with that being said, those different things that the 4th house have to represent, what are we being forced to look at? What are we being forced to do during this time? A lot of us are being forced to be in the house. Some people hate being in the house. They hate it. It's boring. They feel closed in. They feel trapped. They feel like they don't have control. Some people, they love it. It's their comfort zone. They feel secure in their home. Why is that? It's usually based on the energies that you have within you. What's your sun sign? What's your moon sign? What's your rising sign? Those are the 3 signs that really tell you a lot about a person. Then you start to look at the house. Where is that person's sun sitting in their zodiac wheel? And you all can look at your birth chart. Just go online, free birth chart, and put in your information. You do need to know your time of birth to actually know your rising sign. But to just know your sun, moon, your sun and your moon sign, you can just put in your regular information. There's like a default time that they have on each site for the time of birth if you don't know your exact time of birth. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to look at the 4th house. You need to look at your 4th house in order to see what is being activated right now in your life. What do you need to look at in your life? Because right now we are all in the 4th house energy. We are all literally in the physical home. So that means that wherever the 4th house is in your chart, whatever sign it's in, you need to start to tap into that energy, use that energy so that you can be, you can come out of this situation elevated. You can come out of the situation in a better state. That's what I want to say. Collectively, we are in the 4th house. And then also just 4 itself is about that foundation, laying the foundation for your life, laying the foundation for your business, your relationships with people, your relationships with yourself, with your health. What is at the core? What is that? Not the core, but what is the foundation of it? Because you think about 4, it's like a table needs 4 legs, right? Like to be able to stand strong and to be an actual table, you need 4 legs for that table. You need it to have that stability. So that's what we're all, this whole year of the 4 is supposed to be like about. What do you need to have that stability in your life so that you can build? You can build something. And the best way to look at it is to look at your rising sign. You don't even have to look at your chart. Sometimes you'll have 2 signs in a house and it'll be kind of weird, but for the most part, I would say your 4th house is going to be the 4th sign from your rising sign, which is going to be the next modality from your rising sign. So here's an example. I'm a Virgo rising. The next, Virgo is a mutable sign. What is the next mutable sign after Virgo? The next mutable sign after Virgo is Sagittarius. So my 4th house is Sagittarius. Because if you look at an astrology wheel, mutable signs square each other. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 signs within that modality. If this is over your head, don't worry about it. I'm going to break it down a little bit easier. But if you are a little bit more advanced in astrology, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So for example, say you are a Cancer rising. The Cancer's modality is cardinal. So the next cardinal sign after Cancer is Libra. So your 4th house is in Libra. So just literally go through the zodiac and think about what's the 4th sign after my rising sign, and that is your 4th house. So I hope that made sense. If not, ask questions in the comments and I'll answer them for you. In the world we live in, there's so much emphasis on external, external, external. What does things look like? Securing the bag. How are people viewing me? How can I get to the next level? How can I level up? It's so external. When we are forced to be in the home, when we are forced into the 4th house energy, we are forced to go within. And it's super uncomfortable. Not only are we physically in the house, but mentally, emotionally, we need to be in our inner home, into our body, into our soul, into our heart chakra, into that space. You know, this is why it's the mother. Cancers are the mother of the zodiac, the womb space. We need to go back into that space and really heal ourselves so that we can go out here in the world, and it doesn't matter who we come across, what we come across, what we lose, what we gain, we are always intact. We are on top of our game. When you tap into that Cancer energy, you can become extremely powerful. When you tap into your 4th house energy, you can become extremely powerful because you can look at your past and not be so wounded by it. You can look at the things that happened or didn't happen and not be like, oh my gosh, like I'm just so stuck in that energy from the past, I can't move forward. You can face it, acknowledge it, say it happened, I went through it, I grew. This is a perfect time for you to write a letter. My best friend always says this, and now I'm saying it all the time. Write a letter. But in this case, write a letter to your past self. Write a letter to your younger self. And offer your younger self some love, some guidance, some hope. I know some people didn't like write a letter to my past self, but really, like, think about a time in your life when you were younger and things were hard for you. Things was really like painful and you felt like, I don't want to be here, I want to die, like I hate it here. I had that as a child. Like, I had those moments where I was so lost. Yeah, I was just like, I don't understand this world. I'm a Cancer, honey. I'm a Cancer baby. Watch out for your Cancer babies out there, because you can start to, younger Cancers are very emotional because they don't, it's hard for them to understand it. Like, they don't get the world because the world does not care about emotions. The world cares about the external. So right now we're forced to care about our emotions. We're forced to be in that emotional space. So talk to your past self. Say, look, I know this happened to you. I know that you're scared right now. I know that you feel like you're never going to get through it, but you're going to get through it. You are so amazing. You are so beautiful. You're so talented. Like, you can do this. Trust me. I'm telling you, we have come so far. Like, we have grown so much. We are so strong. Like, whatever you want to say to your past self. Offer your past self some love, y'all. Like, for real, heal your inner child right now. Like, I want to say this to everyone. I'm getting emotional, honey. Oh, Cancer, honey. Hashtag Cancer gang, if you get what I'm saying. But don't be afraid of it. Tap into those emotions, because once you get you together, you can go out in this world and you can accomplish anything. It's nothing to you. It ain't nothing. Your fourth house is hidden. Only people who are really close to you really see your fourth house. So, you know, you're being exposed. Even if you're not putting your life on the internet, your fourth house is hidden. Only people in your close vicinity see that part of you, see that energy. So right now, how can you tap into that energy and maybe express it to people, or maybe just tap into it more and just be more full, more, because I'm not saying that we should like lay everything out there for everybody, but to a certain extent, like some of the stuff that we only say for our family or that's very intimate, it's probably like the best of us. And sometimes we need to put the best of us out there and not be so afraid, because Cancer energy can also be very timid, because Cancers are sensitive to what people think and how people feel. And so if they put themselves out there so much, they can kind of get like really like clammy, right? They clam up because it's like, I don't know what people are going to think about me, or they're going to hurt my feelings, or this and that and the third. So people won't always express their fourth house. But maybe it's time for us to express our fourth house. Let's emerge from it. Let's grow from this. You know, let's tap into it and show people, because I'm bet that whatever you're thinking, whatever you're doing, somebody needs to hear it. Okay, that's going to connect with somebody. Somebody needs to hear what you're going through. So look at your fourth house and see what their energy is, and really connect with it and express it to people, you know, when you feel comfortable to. Something else that I want to add is that the fourth house has a lot to do with our subconscious mind. And with our subconscious mind, we're not conscious of things. We're not always aware of how we're feeling. Because a lot of our feelings, they come from some feelings are interesting. They come from somewhere else, right? Like, what is a feeling? Like, where does feeling even, what? How do you feel? What? Does that make sense? So when we're here and we're forced to be in our homes, we're forced to really tap into parts of ourselves or parts of others, people in our life, things in our life that we were not conscious of. So depending on what's in your fourth house, you may start really unpacking some stuff that you were like, okay, I didn't even know that this was even here. I didn't even know that I felt this way about this person. I didn't even know that I was still holding on to pain from when I was 8 years old and such happened. Like, I didn't even know that. So this is going to be eye-opening for a lot of people right now. And it's interesting because we need to be able to look at our past so that we can move forward. It's so powerful to do that. Don't push that stuff down further. Don't just keep pushing stuff down and hoping it'll go away and thinking all you got to do is make some money and you're going to feel good about yourself. No. Open up that baggage bag, lady. Go through that bag and see what's in that bag. Take some stuff away, give some stuff away, look at it. Oh, that's cute. Throw it in the trash. And then you're lighter, you're lighting your load, and you can move forward. And we can go into that Leo energy, that fifth house energy. Hopefully after this, once we get out this fourth house energy, we all gonna be in fifth house energy. All Leo energy. Oh my gosh. That's probably when this is gonna end, like around Leo season. Is when things are gonna get a lot more like, finally. But anyways, let's get back into the video. Now you can look at your rising sign, you can look at your sun sign, and you can also look at your moon sign, because like I said, those three parts of your chart is like the strongest part of you. It's like you really is those three parts. So look at your sun, your moon, and your rising, but this will resonate mostly with your rising sign, but it might resonate with your moon sign. It might resonate with, especially because the Cancer rules the moon, so it might resonate with your moon sign more. Or you can get something from all three areas. Also, what some people like to do is they'll look at what sign do they have very dominant in their chart. I have a lot of Capricorn in my chart. And I do have a lot of Cancer too. So sometimes when I look at people's videos, I look at Capricorn too, because I have a lot of Capricorn in my chart. So that might resonate with you. So let's go into it. So Aries. Aries will have Cancer in their 4th house. So for Aries, what this time is having you look at is Cancer-like things. Looking at your family, the structure of your family, the dichotomy of your family. Looking at your past. Really looking at your eating habits, because Cancers can be emotional eaters big time, especially if you're in the house. Oh honey, I'm not saying of course you as an Aries you're not a Cancer, but Cancer is in your 4th house, so it's very important for you to look at what you're doing in your home. Are you overeating? Are you emotionally eating? Are you eating your feelings, basically? Instead of facing your feelings, facing your past, facing childhood trauma. So looking at childhood trauma, do you need to look at your family history? Use this time to look through old photographs, look at your family history, get some insight to where you've come from. And maybe that'll help you moving forward, is to get that insight. Talk to your mother. I just created a post talking about this energy, and I think it would be very therapeutic for everyone, not just Aries, to talk to their mothers, talk to their mothers, talk to their mother, talk to their grandparents, because that's having to do with your lineage, your ancestry. If people in your life are no longer living, write them a letter. I know that's like, write them a letter. Yeah, I have done this before, and it's been very therapeutic to people that's actually still here living. And it's been, you don't have to send it to them, but it's just therapeutic to really get out how I feel about them, or the energies that I feel towards them, how they made me feel, things like that. Or just write to your mother, write to a grandparent, and just be like, I miss you, and I just want to thank you for this, that, and the third, whatever. Get that out. Writing is cathartic. So that's what Oprah said, and that's what inspires Tyler Perry to go on and live his best life. So do that. Write somebody in your life, like a mother or a grandparent or your ancestors, a letter. You haven't put up an ancestor altar and you are an Aries ascendant, Aries sun, Aries moon, create an ancestor altar. Talk to your ancestors, connect with your ancestors. That could be very beneficial for you at this time. So moving on, if you are a Taurus rising, the 4th sign from Taurus, the next modality, the next fixed sign after Taurus is Leo. So Leo is in your 4th house. What is this? Y'all probably really like, oh my gosh. This could be, you need to look at probably the romance in your life, your children, romance, drama, entertainment, what your creative abilities. This might be a really, really good time if you are a Taurus rising to tap into creative endeavors, your hobbies. What are those things that you kind of put on the back burner that you really want to go back into? A lot of people are doing this right now, and it can very much so benefit you, Taurus, to really focus in on your creative endeavors, really focus in on your children, really focus in on the romance in your life. I know right now, of course, we're not dating and all that, but you might want to do online dating. I mean, people doing it, right? But also your self-confidence. Say you're not in a relationship, you don't got kids, like you don't have really anything too creative that you want to get into. What about your self-confidence? Did you used to dress a certain way? Did you used to wear your hair a certain way? Did you used to change up your nails? And now, you know, over the past few months or year or whatever, you're like, I'm not really into that no more. Like, I don't really care how I look. Maybe you need to start caring about how you look. Maybe you need to really tap into, how should I be looking now? How should I be presenting myself now? Tap into that energy. Leo in the 4th house, really tap into the energy of like true self-confidence, true self-love, okay? And also you might need to really connect with your inner child, because Leo does also have to deal with really the 5th house has to deal with children, so I'm kind of getting it a little mixed up. But you might have to look at your inner child. What did you do as an inner child that was super creative, and you just let it go on the back burner as an adult? Look at that. That might be something that you need to tap into. And also you might not want to get too swept into, like, you know, drama and television and all that. You might need to take a little backseat to that. Or maybe you do need to dive into it. Write that freaking script that you've been wanting to write for the longest, right? Do whatever, you know, you've been wanting to do for a long time that has to do with drama or performance. Maybe you want to start a YouTube channel and start dancing on your YouTube channel, singing on your YouTube channel, entertaining people. Get into it. Tap into that energy right now. All right, so next for Gemini rising, which I have a Gemini rising in my life, and this person is going crazy, and I know why, because the fourth sign from Gemini, the next modality, the next mutable sign, because Gemini is a mutable sign, the next mutable sign from Gemini is Virgo. When Virgo comes into the fourth house, she is a nervous wreck. Especially now, because if you look back, things really, people start going out buying toilet paper, going berserk after the Virgo full moon. Virgo energy set this off. The Virgo energy really set this craziness off. So when you have Virgo in the fourth house, at this time, really focus on what you can do to calm your nerves. Virgos are notorious. Virgo and Cancer, remember the fourth house is Cancer energy, are notorious for being worried about stuff, focusing on things, fixating. You would think they're a freaking fixed sign, Virgos and Cancers, but because they can just overthink, overanalyze, over worry, be like, because Cancer is the mother, so the mother is worried about her child, right? She's worried about what's going on. Virgo, they are the analyzer. They're always going to nitpick at something. So when you're at home, if you are a Virgo ascendant, Virgo sun, Virgo moon, if you are a Gemini sun, Gemini moon, Gemini ascendant, and you have Virgo in your fourth house, you're probably driving everybody in your life crazy. Because you're probably at home like, I didn't put that cup right there. Why is this there? Why is that there? Oh my gosh, my house is a mess. I don't know what to do. Like, you can become super riled up. So focus on something that's going to help to calm your nerves. Clean your house, organize your cupboards, do whatever you have to do. Also, what I would say is to take care of your pets. If you have a pet, focus in on your pet. Do whatever you got to do. Start learning how to groom your pet. I don't know, train your pet something new. Get a new pet. I told my mom has a Gemini ascendant, and she's just like, I don't know what to do. She got Virgo in her fourth house on top of having Mars in Virgo. So you know she's like all over the place. And I told her, you should get a pet, Mom. Get a pet. Find something to take care of. Get a plant. Get a garden. Do something. Find something that you can focus in on that's going to help to ease your mind. Help you to be like, okay, I'm taking care of this thing. It's looking good. I can nitpick at it. I can, ooh, look at that leaf. It's turning yellow. Let me snip that. You know, that Virgo energy needs to focus in on something. Get your home more organized. Get your home more efficient. But also with that Virgo energy there, take a break. Take a break, Gemini rising. So next after Gemini rising is Cancer rising. So you might understand this energy. The next modality after cardinal energy, which is Cancer energy, is Libra. So with Cancers having Libra in their fourth home, of course, the Libra energy is all about finding balance in the home. It's all about creating beauty in your home, in your fourth house, having harmony amongst your family. So that might be something you want to look at. If there's turmoil and issues going on within your family, talk to your loved ones. Be like, look, we got such and such going on. With everything that's going on right now, I just want to reach out to you. I know this happened, you know, I just want to let it all go. I'm sorry for what I said. I just want us to move forward. Or I want to talk about it. I want to let you know at the end of the day, I love you. Whatever. Find harmony with those who you love. Find harmony with business relationships, family relationships, and friendships. And also find harmony within yourself. What is out of balance within yourself that you need to bring into balance? Are you doing too much of this and not enough of that? Are you doing too much looking on the internet and not doing enough reading? I'm a Cancer sun, and I'm over here like, yes. Are you overeating and you should really be, you know, fasting right now? looking at those things and trying to find a balance within it, and also finding harmony within it. And Libra coming into your 4th home, you might want to make your house look a little bit more beautiful, which is crazy because you can't tell right now, but I've been really working on my bedroom and making my bedroom just look nice, have foliage and flowers, and you know, make it look good and feel good, and just working on little things within my house. But I have a little person in my life who kind of makes it hard to do that. But you know, I'm not gonna blame the children, I'm not gonna blame them, but I am gonna tell you to go in there. So you may want to just simply make your home more beautiful. I know we can't shop right now, but what I've been doing, I've been shopping around my house like, oh, I forgot I had this, or I can use this for this, or let me take it out of here. I've had this in this box this whole time, I haven't even used it. Shop around your house. Just move your furniture around. That might shift the energy for you and inspire you to do something else. Libra in your 4th house, harmony, love, peace, balance, and just being in a more zen-like mood is important for you right now. So next, moving on, for my Leo risings, the next fixed sign, because Leo is a fixed sign, the next fixed sign after Leo is Scorpio. Scorpio is in your 4th house. So this is an interesting combination because the moon, what was I on? Oh, Leo. So that's what I'm saying with Leo. Go into some deep emotions, really kind of get to the core of what your actions and your motives are, especially if you kind of have some controlling issues with yourself. What is causing you to have those controlling issues? What's causing you to really be in that energy? Because Scorpio energy is controlling, trust me. You might really discover like a whole new world as you go into deeper things that you may have been interested in when you were younger, but you kind of let it fall. Like me, I used to be so interested in astrology when I was younger. I kind of let it fall off, and then I met with somebody who was actually a Venus in Leo, and he like reinvigorated like all of my interest in astrology. And since then, like, it's been a whole new world since then. But go deep, y'all. Go deep, Leo. You can do this. All right, so Virgo rising. I am a Virgo rising. So the 4th sign, the next modality, the next mutable sign, because Virgo is a mutable sign, is Sagittarius. Virgo risings more than likely have Sagittarius in their 4th home. So in life in general, you probably have been wanting to run away from home your entire life if you are a Virgo rising. Because Sagittarius in the 4th house don't want to be at home. You don't want to be around anything familiar, because the 4th house is also comfort and familiarity. They don't want to be there. They want to be out here in the world, seeing new people, exploring things, experiencing things. Like, they don't want that energy in the 4th house. And you can usually see it. I'm looking around right now. Virgo rising, no matter how polished or put together or like, I got this, they can be to the outside world. When you go to their house, it's a whole new story. I'm not saying my house is a complete mess, but it just seems like no matter how much I clean it up, Sagittarius energy comes in and just throws everything around. So with Sagittarius in your 4th home, in your 4th house, get your house together, get your house clean, Virgo ascendant. Organize your home. But also, what I have been finding with Sagittarius in the 4th house, deeper than anything, is that I've been realizing that it's time for me to move away from just knowing. Oh, I know about astrology, but I don't teach it. I know about how to eat plant-based, but I don't teach it. I don't share it. I don't put it out there. Sagittarius energy. Sagittarius is the explorer that goes out there, learns all these things, and then they're able to then philosophize about it. Be a philosopher. Teach it to people. Have that. So the question now, or the thing to look at for Virgo rising, sun, and moon is, what in your life have you been spending way too much time researching, way too much time being the student, and now you need to be the teacher? There's something in your life that you know a lot about, but you haven't really expressed it. You haven't really done it. You haven't really acted on it. It's just been in your mind. at least I can say that for me, Sagittarius in your 4th home, now it's time for you to actually put it out there. Actually put it into practice. Actually get the wisdom that you need from it. I hope that makes sense. So like, for example, I've always loved astrology, and I've done a video or two, or sometimes I talk about astrology just randomly in a video. But for me to actually sit down and be like, I'm going to start doing astrology videos, that's totally unfamiliar for me. All up in my 4th house. I feel really weird because also your 4th house is somewhat hidden. With being in Sagittarius, definitely look and see how you can bestow more of your wisdom onto people, or how you can tap into things that that you've always wanted to know about, that you really want to explore and experience, versus just having the book knowledge. Because opposite of Sagittarius is Gemini. Gemini is the student. You know, Gemini is the studious person. They can learn it, they can get it. But Sagittarius, they learn by doing. Sagittarius energy in your 4th house, you got to do it now. You say you know about yoga and meditating. Do you do it? Do you actually perform yoga every day? Do you meditate every day? You say you know about how to make money, do this and the third, how to start a business. Do you have a business? Are you starting? Are you doing it? Come on now, level up. Go through the experience. That Sagittarius energy is pushing you to experience it. Also, something that might help you is, again, talk to somebody who you consider to be very wise and get some sage advice, because Sagittarius is also wisdom. So talk to somebody that you know, that, like a grandparent. I talked to my husband's grandmother, my grandmother-in-law, for almost 3 hours last night. And I just listened to her. I was like, wow, like, it was some beautiful energy just hearing her talk. Like, 'cause she had never talked to me for that long, and just hearing about her life and just random stuff. And I was just like, that's what's up. Like, I needed that, you know? So maybe you need to do that as well. Okay, let's get through this. I've been talking a lot. So the next one is Libra rising. So the fourth sign, or the next mutable sign or cardinal sign after Libra, is Capricorn. So Capricorn being in your 4th house for Libra rising, sun or moon. Okay, Capricorn is a little uncomfortable in the 4th house because it's opposite. Cancer and Capricorn are opposite of each other. So when Capricorn is in the 4th house, there's a sense of like you're bringing your work home. You could have a home-based business, or this could be pushing you to, hey, you know what? I need to really start this home-based business. I really need to really like work on this right now, and make it possible for all my Libra, sun, moon, and rising. Sun, moon, and risings. It could be a little uncomfortable because, like I said, who wants to bring work home? Some people do it. If you have Capricorn in the 4th house, more than likely you bring your work home. You're at home thinking about how to make money. You're at home thinking about how to... Okay, Capricorn isn't just about money, but it's also, Capricorn energy is detaching from your emotions. Detaching from Cancer energy is opposite of Cancer. It's detaching from... And I'm going to do a video, a whole series talking about opposition. So that's going to be really good, y'all. Go back, baby. So with Capricorn in your 4th house right now, like I said, look at your home. Look at your business. Look at your next level that you want to go to. Look at what is really going to help you to be in that state of maturity. What does maturity look to you? What does it mean for you to be stable? What does it mean for you to also just be in a state of trying to get this out, trying to tap in. What is it going to take from you to be happy? What's it going to take, Libra rising, sun, and moon? Because that Capricorn energy sometimes is so removed from that 4th house, from the 4th house, because it's opposite. And you might find a lot of happiness in working, securing the bag, doing this and the third, looking at the future. But maybe right now you need to look at, where am I going? Is where I'm going really where I want to be? Is it where I need to be? Or do I need to adjust some things right now? You know, how can I what can I do right now to really get my future where I want it to be at? Okay, but also you need to actually think, where do I want my future to be, and really tap into that energy. So yeah, really tap into that. That's really all I'm getting from that. I hope that resonated with somebody. But next would be Scorpio rising. Scorpio, the next fixed sign is Aquarius. I got me a Scorpio rising in my house right now. So you all might actually really not even have that much going on right now, because I feel like Aquarius in the 4th house is the energy we're having right freaking now worldwide. Because it's like we're connected to everyone, yet we're so disconnected. Aquarius energy is all about that. Aquarius is tapped into what's going on in the world. They're really tapped into humanitarian efforts and like helping people and getting onto a cause. And a lot of people are jumping onto a cause right now, where there be wear your mask cause or don't wear your mask. It's a conspiracy cause. But yet and still we're in the home. So it's like you're connected to people. You're on the internet. They say Aquarius is internet too. Social media is Aquarius energy. But we're in the house. I feel like that is like Scorpio, sun, moon, and I have Scorpio moon. Dang, I didn't even think about that. Scorpio, sun, and moon rising. This is already your energy, which is so crazy, because I was like, my life hasn't really changed so much because I'm already doing, like, this is how I already live my life from the house, but I'm so connected because I'm on social media. But I didn't think about that. But anyways, this is already your energy. So you are really like the leader of the pack right now, Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising. So what can you do to help ease the anxiety, ease the issues of the world right now? What energy can you put out there to help people right now? Because Aquarius is in your 4th house. So you really need to see how you can tap into helping people right now. It'd be very powerful for you. Especially because, well, I don't want to get into all that, but yeah, you might, especially with that Scorpio energy, Scorpio, sun, moon, rising, you might be hidden. You might not really like to mess with people like that. You might not even want to put yourself out there, but it's time for you to do it, because like I said, this is already your energy. Aquarius in the 4th house, like this is the energy right now that we're going through. So people need your wisdom, your guidance, your insight. Maybe even it's just your humanitarian efforts. Maybe you're Scorpio, sun, moon, rising, you're the type that's already making masks for people. And you're already the type that's, I don't know, putting out motivational stuff for people to get them through it. Putting out insight like what I'm putting out right now. Anything that you can do to collectively tap into the collective emotions right now and to help people to ascend would be very beneficial for you. Yeah, jumping onto a cause, starting a cause, funding money to somebody. Maybe you, I don't know, you got a tech company, or you know somebody who can get you something, and you like, hey, let's get some iPods and send them to, or iPads, I don't know, I'm not that hip, y'all. iPads, and send them to a few local nursing homes so that people in nursing homes can FaceTime their loved ones. And we're gonna, do that and just see if we can help them out. Whatever. Do something that's gonna help you to connect with the collective and to lift us up, because this is your time, Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising. It really is your time. Okay, so moving on. We're going to get through this, y'all. Moving on, we have Sagittarius rising. That means that you have Pisces in your 4th house. So with Pisces in your 4th house, I think it's pretty chill area to have your 4th house. Pisces in your 4th house. You could really be tapping into collective consciousness right now too. Psychic abilities. You might be connecting to what's going on like emotionally with people, psychic. Look at your dreams. Very powerful for you to look at your dreams and interpret them right now. Also with Pisces, make sure you're okay when it comes to any addictions or anything that might be making you a little delusional right now. Don't get too far off the edge, like in your fear and being like, oh my gosh, like what's gonna happen? Like, don't. Ease your mind, meditate, write, sing, be creative. Again, like people who have Leo in the 4th house, be creative, tap into that creative energy. Don't get swept up by it right now. Don't get swept up by it. Tap into that creative energy. Also with Pisces in the 4th house. Just trying to see if there's anything else that I can get from it. Pisces in the 4th house. You might actually be able to offer like a temporary distraction. You know, distractions are not always bad. Sometimes we need a distraction in order to elevate. Sometimes we need to indulge into some type of fantasy land, because Pisces energy kind of does put you in that dreamy state, right? People always talk about that. I don't really necessarily tap into Pisces energy because I'm a Virgo rising, but I have like had some extreme Pisces energy, and that stuff, whew, whew, when you tap into Pisces energy, that's some raw stuff right there, man. That's interesting. That Pisces energy is interesting. But maybe you need to tap into that. Maybe you do need to, I don't know, get into a few things so you can kind of distract or detach from this earth right now. Don't get too deep into it. Or maybe you need to lend some of your expertise in distracting yourself to help others get distracted from what's going on. Temporarily, it doesn't have to be forever, but just kind of lift people up into your Pisces energy in your 4th house. And make things a little bit more dreamy, more creative, more romantic, more, I want to say it's a light energy, but it's also like heavy. I don't know, that Pisces, you can't really put your finger on that Pisces energy, man. It's not deep, but it's also not shallow. But then again, it's not, I don't know, y'all. Oh my gosh. This video just took a left turn somewhere, but Leo, wait, did I say Leo? No. With Sagittarius rising, Pisces moon, Sagittarius sun, moon, or rising. And you got Pisces in your 4th house, not Pisces moon. But we're about to have Pisces, I think the moon is in Pisces. Anyways, see, talking about Pisces, I done freaking went left. That's Pisces in the 4th house. You might be scattered, stuff might be all over the place right now. Tap into your creative energy. Capricorn rising, you have Aries in your 4th house. More than likely, Capricorn sun and moon as well. So with Aries in your 4th house, I keep saying home. Right now, you may need to focus on your self-identity, the way you assert yourself, and just your relationship with you. You know, are you where you want to be? Are you looking the way that you want to look? Are you presenting yourself to the world the way you want to present yourself to the world? Are you asserting yourself the way you want to assert yourself? With Aries it's not comfortable in the 4th house, but there might be some action that you need to take. Instead of it, you need to probably take action towards certain things that you want. Don't be afraid to do that. Take that action, see what happens, you know, and learn from it. Don't be afraid to take that action right now. With everything that's going on, don't be too shy or timid or cautious. Just take some action right now. And that could mean a whole lot of things. So that's really personal to you if you have Capricorn sun, moon, or rising. I don't have Capricorn sun, moon, or rising, but I do have a Capricorn stellium, so I can definitely feel that need to just take a risk. And a lot of times the risk that you have to take is on yourself. Whatever it is that might be holding you back, insecurities, apprehensions, that's like, I don't know if this is the right time. I don't know if it'll work out. Should I really release this? Should I really do it? Just do it and see what happens. You'll bounce back from it. You know, if you got Capricorn in any planets or your ascendant, you will bounce back from it. Capricorn energy is extremely resilient. You'll bounce back from it. You'll find a way to get through it. Okay. So if you have Capricorn rising sun or moon, that's the energy for you. Now next is Aquarius energy. So Aquarius sun, moon, or rising. Your 4th house is in, what's the next fixed sign? Aquarius. That means your 4th house. Oh my gosh, the next fixed sign, Taurus. Taurus is in your 4th home, which we're about to go into Taurus season. Something else to look at. This is good energy. I mean, it's not really good or bad energy, none of this stuff. But with Taurus being in your 4th house, especially going into Taurus season, we definitely want to look at the way we're treating ourselves. Are we treating ourselves good? We taking care of ourselves. Everybody's talking about self-love. Let me do my nails. Let me do my hair. Like, let me get myself together. I'm at home, but I want to look cute. That's kind of like that Taurus energy, right? Like indulgent, like sensual energy, groundedness. I would say, I would urge you, if you have Taurus in your 4th house, or you're an Aquarius sun, moon, rising, to really focus on what can ground you right now. What can really help you to feel like, I'm good. Like, I'm doing this one thing every day and I feel good because I'm doing it. Everything in my day could be a hot, dusty mess, but I did that one thing today, and you know what? I'm good. And then maybe after a little while you say, let me add this other thing onto my docket. And this is helping me to feel stable. Make sure it's a healthy habit, you know, to help you get into that stability, but definitely ground yourself in your home. Ground yourself in that 4th house energy. And also look at what's in your life that's not grounded, what's unstable, what's not producing right now, what's not giving you the fruits of your labor, you know, because usually if you, I would say, if you have Taurus, you know, in your 4th house, you probably have been putting in some work somewhere, and you might be like, I'm not really getting nothing out of this. What can you change about that? How can you, you know, work smarter instead of harder? I would say with that Taurus energy in your 4th house, thinking if there's anything, weight. Look at your weight too, because Taurus all up in that 4th house, honey. All you want to do is eat, honey. If you put a Taurus and a Cancer together, they gonna, it's a match made in heaven. They gonna eat, honey. They gonna eat good. And look at your spending as well. And what are you valuing right now? What about your value system do you need to really take into consideration? Do you need to give more care, not just self-care to yourself, you know, but do you need to start caring more for the things that you care about? You know, Cancer, 4th house, cares. And Taurus energy is valuable things, resourceful things, resourceful people, valuable people. Do you need to invest into them, or do you need to tell them how you feel about them? Or you being valued by the people in your life, you know, or the things around you serving you in your best interest, so that you can have that strong sense of self-worth, you know? It's important to understand that. Okay. So last but not least is Pisces. So if you have Pisces, sun or moon or rising, then that means that you have Gemini in your 4th house, which is interesting because Venus is going into Gemini if it's not in there already. And the North Node is moving into Gemini. So it's a lot of energy in your 4th house, either here right now or it's coming. So you probably really want to get out the dang house. You probably really want to connect with people, see people, like, oh my gosh, what's going on out there in the world? Definitely do some, look at your environment. Look at the people that's probably close to you. Look at your siblings, look at your friends, and just be like, what about them, like, is really, like, should I keep these people in my life? I don't know, for some reason I'm just feeling that right now. Like, should I keep these people in my life? For some reason that's what's coming to me right now. Should I keep these people in my life right now? And if I should keep them in my life, I need to communicate to them, hey, you're valuable to me. I love you. I love this about you. When we get out of jail, when we get out the house, I can't wait to connect with you. Or social media, jump on social media and just put up a post about your best friend or somebody that you really care about, and be like, man, like, I want to put a shout out to my best friend, like, she's super talented, this is and the third, and post a picture about them. Just connecting with them. That could be like your sense of community, that sense of connection with them. But on the flip side, if there are people who may not be serving you, may not be in your best interest, you may have outgrown, you might need to communicate that to them and tell them, because they might feel the same way, or it might be something going on with them you need to tap into. But for some reason, that's what's coming to me right now for Gemini. For Pisces, sun, moon, or rising, is to look at the people. But for you, because sometimes I listen to readers, I'm like, I don't care about other people. What about me? For you personally, the thoughts that's in your head. You know, Gemini, that Mercury, sometimes them thoughts, your thoughts. I am with a double Gemini all up in this person chart. My moon is in the 3rd house, which is the house of Gemini. So that Gemini energy can be very mental. It can really like take you to some dark places. Yeah, I can take you to some good places, but some dark places too. So with that Pisces sun, moon, and rising, I think that you should really look at the communications that you have with yourself. Because y'all know, if y'all probably talk to yourself. Now, let's be honest. That Gemini, especially that subconscious, you know, it's in the subconscious energy. There's probably some self-talk that you need to rectify, you need to change, you need to analyze and see if that's healthy for you right now. So look at that. That's what I have for Pisces sun, moon, rising, is that, you know, that's what I got. I'm trying to think, is there anything else that's coming to me? Probably is, but this video is so freaking long. So I hope you all found this helpful. Let me know, did you like the different content? Do you like this type of content? This is new to me, so I'm going to continue to do it because this is what I like to do. This is what I like to consume, the type of content I like to consume. And it's really been like showering in on me. Like, I've been getting so many mental, people call them download. People, stop. Go sit down, baby. Please. Okay, go in there now. People call them downloads, like mental downloads of like all about this that has just been coming to me lately, and just really needing to talk to y'all about it. So anyways, follow your intuition, you all. You know your energy best. Even if you don't think you do know it best. So tap into it. You are so powerful. You are so needed and so necessary right now. Everything that you have, everything that you've gone through, everything that has brought you to this point is so necessary for us as a collective. We are so tapped into each other right now. We are all on like that. We are so tapped into each other right now. So it's important for us all to just be working on whatever needs to be worked through so that we can emerge, y'all. When we come out of this, I just feel like, I just see us being so beautiful, y'all. It's like I can see it. Like, I just see the world just being so beautiful. Like, I don't even think about all the pain and the heartache and the fear and the trauma of it all. I feel like we just gonna be so beautiful. I think that's why Leo comes after Cancer, because once you go through it and you feeling it and you're like, oh my gosh, and all the feelings, it's like now you can express it. Now you can take those feelings and those emotions and you can put it into something that people look at and they're like, wow, you created this? This is like, oh my gosh. Like, you can sit back and be in awe of like everything that's happening. So that's my recap. I know I'm just going off at a tangent, honey, but that's what I'm hoping. Like, that's what I'm hopeful for coming out of this. And I'm going to keep moving forward. I'm going to keep putting myself out there. I'm going to keep expressing myself. I'm going to keep spreading the knowledge and the wisdom and the insight that I have to you all. So if you're here for it, be here for it. Like, comment, subscribe, share it with people. Tell me that you are actually interested in it. If you have questions about astrology, put it in the comment section. And just thank you. Thank you for the support and the love. And I appreciate you all.